Find functional hilarity at the Biffa Emporium. Girl, it's what I heard. Allegedly, it's just the word. Allegedly, it's on the street. Allegedly, I sing to the beat. Allegedly, lee, lee, lee. Allegedly, lee, lee, lee. Allegedly, lee, lee, lee. Allegedly.
In Got What You Asked For news, Stormchasers trapped in storm pray to Jesus for help. I think you'd be thanking Jesus for getting to the storm in time before it dissipated. After you get what you want, you don't want it. No, I'm sure you was praying for this to work. You were showing God through action what you wanted. You wanted to get up in the storm's cushy. That's cloud. So I imagine that God said, okay, let me give y'all what y'all want. I'm going to give you what you need. I'm going to let you learn. I'm going to help science. I'm going to help y'all help science. God was saying, help me, help you. But now, oh no, we worn out. Get your information right. I hope you learned something. I hope we all learned something. And don't we know all there is to know about tornadoes at this point? Is there a need to get up in the clouds cushy? Can't we send a robot? Why you gotta have your fleshy butts out there? You can send a robot and get all the information. The robot will live. Drake is upset about Joe Budden's scathing review of his album. Why do you care what a coot thinks? Joe Budden is 2 minutes away from irrelevancy, riding on 15-year coattails. I just don't know why that's the coot you'd care about. You're literally the world's biggest rapper, but Joe Budden's got you hot under the collar. Then again, you've always had poor priorities and an odd obsession with Aaliyah. I wish you would just do her in drag like you really want to rather than collecting purses. Be the drag queen you want to be. Presenting to the stage, Aaliyah Wheels. You gotta pay homage to Wheelchair Jimmy. And he's also warning Drewski to not play with Birdman. Now, aren't you retired? Does Cash Money still have any artists? Aren't you spending all of Lil Wayne's money? At 56 years old, you have to have something better to do than argue with the 20-something-year-old internet comedian. Both of you seem like bitter bottoms, whose bussies need a boppin'. I know messy sissy stuff, and this is very Bobby Lights. Very Bobby Lights. I mean, I didn't even think Cash Money was signing new artists at this point. In more sad and disgusting music news, Kevin Gates spits giant loogie down fans' throat at concert. We're still in a panini, and we doing stuff out here like this. And normally, we leave this kind of stuff for the pink toes. We ain't gotta be equal in everything. We can let them have nastiness. And speaking of pink toes, Caitlyn Jenner says she won't be in a relationship again, proving that it is very difficult for conservatives to date. But I mean, if Kris Jenner, the devil herself, can find somebody, baby, so can you. And now that's mighty white of you news. Teresa Giudice offered cop family business cards during an April traffic stop. Now that is onky hay. No, I don't need your license and registration. What's your email? But Teresa, you've already been to federal prison. I'm sure the police always will remember who you are. I mean, I'm sure you got in good with the jailer. So all you'd be doing is going back to your old digs. Girl, what you afraid of? In Keep Your Coots Busy news, Ring Camera is offering $1 million prize for alien footage. Are they gonna have to get out of the car, or could it just be some strange lights? I'm gonna need to see the fine print on that one, cause I'll put a Ring camera on my window. I could use the coin. But my question is, but who's going through all that footage? I ain't got time. In Don't Let the Skank Tank news, Michael Jordan is now worth $3 billion. However, how much will Michael Jr. get of that if he keeps up with Larsa Pippen? He gonna leave you $40 and a smile, exactly what Larsa is worth. Continuing with Skank news, we have Kim Zolciak calling 911 on Kroy again. But this time she's armed with white woman tears as she tells the popo, I don't feel safe. Kroy, you better stop being cheap and move out. We know you white, but baby, you ain't that white. They'll cuff your corn-fed butt. Kim seems like the type that would put you in jail for a prison plotline. But you know a hard head make for a soft ass, and you got a lot of ass, boo. In Heifer Stop Lying news, David Beckham blasts his wife for saying that she's working class, and she done always told that story that, yeah, her father had a Rolls Royce, but it was an old family car, and they were actually quite normal. Your ass been rich since you came out the puss. Ain't nothing wrong with it, own it, Heifer. I will say you got all the money in the world, but you can't afford a smile. Look at that smile. It's uncanny valley. Like, I like the Heifer, but she never looks human when she's happy. And maybe they should pay more news. Minneapolis police officer has been outed as an OnlyFans model. Honey, if she ain't making enough money with the police where she gotta use her pussy part-time, maybe they need to pay more. How you out here risking your life and your pussy? Also, she's a grown woman. If she wants to frig for funds, let her frig for funds. Y'all want to be cheap and controlling? You better pick a struggle. And I guess you asked for it news. Ed Sheeran says that he got so high with Snoop Dogg that he couldn't see straight. It was on his bucket list to smoke with, and Snoop said, okay, Heifer, I got your number, hussy. I would smoke with Snoop too, but I'd welcome the hallucinations. Because I know there's this stuff that I have access to, and there's his magical garden. This foil polish is even better than Sally Hansen's. My God. It has so much more shine. Look at that. This is amazing. This is by Zoya. It's a professional lacquer, and I love it. Thank you so much, Epiphany. So Mia is divorcing Gordon. She's leaving her coot for coin, he says. Once he went broke, she said you're a joke. But I mean, how you get him is how you lose him. I don't know what type of shaking she was doing in that strip club that gave you faithful, that gave you loyal, that gave you long term, that gave you enduring. You're an idiot. You are a mark and a moron. And she got you for every penny that she could, as she should. When she's pimping you out to get other heifers' Porsches, you need to check yourself, and you should have checked your accounts. I mean, it was obvious Mia was there for a come up. Oh, so Gordon said, since I'm not as sexually active anymore, I'ma give you a hall pass. And child, when she got a taste of that good peen, she left your coot cock. I mean, I'm sure she was sleeping with other men during the marriage. I mean, we saw that heifer was a bad liar on the show. I mean, not just a liar, but a bad liar. Is she as bad of a liar as Drew Sidora? Let me know down in the comments. And in more divorce news, Melania supposedly renegotiated her prenup in case it who shall not be named gets a second presidential term. Girl, he ain't got no money. Everything he has is stolen. You're gonna end up like Erica Jane, penniless, after losing the best years of your thighs to a trifling con man's lies. But as I always say, the brain is small and the belly's fat. Why would you get pregnant with that? And I'ma see you soon for Housewives of New York.
Alleged what? Alleged who? Allegedly, allegedly. Don't blame, don't sue. Allegedly, allegedly, allegedly.